Today on the Philly Talk podcast, we discuss Jake Elliott. Yes, he's been officially ruled out for this week's game against the Arizona Cardinals. Now, mind you, we did sign another kicker in Cameron D. We'll talk about what he can bring. And we're also going to talk about this Cardinals versus Eagles game. But I got to talk about one thing in particular. The Eagles are the only team in the NFL that got that 5-5-5 deal. I'm talking a top 5 quarterback, wide receiver, and running back.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's our life. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast. And today, we got a lot to get into. But before we do that, Eagle Nation, continue to show love for your boy Philly Mike and the Philadelphia Eagles. Y'all been killing it. Over 1,000 likes on the last video. Hit it for your boy. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe and ding the bell as well. We trying to grow notification gang. And check out the link in the description. It's still only for iPhone, but it's an app called Chalkboard. It's free. We talk Eagles behind the YouTube scenes. They're talking right now 270 plus deep. Join it, join it, join it. Now let's get to the bad news. Jake Elliott is not playing Sunday. My immediate thought before I really look into how good Cameron D is as a kicker is we going for every 4th down. I mean, it's in Arizona. The weather should be good. They do not have that great of a defense in the sense of the passing game. Now, they are pretty good stopping the run. We'll talk about that when we get to it. But I think if Cameron D doesn't show out in warmups, Nick Sirianni, being a coach who goes for it a lot, might just go for it a little bit more. Hopefully, we don't put ourselves in harm's way. We take care of business. This is a team we can't sleep on. And we talked about yesterday, Jalen Hurts ain't sleeping on no team, and you gotta love it. Let's move on to the other thing real quick, and that is the Eagles got the 5-5-5 deal. The only team in the NFL with a top 5 quarterback, wide receiver, and running back. Let's look at this. Now, when you look at the top 5 quarterbacks, you got Chargers with Herbert, Bills with Allen, Lions with Goff, Colts with Ryan, and Eagles where it hurts. Number 5, passer with 1,120 yards. Now, if we go over to the next one, how do you go over to the next one? How do I go over to the next one? I guess we got to go in and out. Boom, let's talk about the wide receivers. Hill and the Dolphins, Diggs for the Bills, Brown for the Eagles at 3, Kupp for the Rams, and Justin Jefferson for the Vikings. Now, I see how you can go over. And last but not least, Miles Sanders is still getting slandered. We have to see more the rest of the season, but he's a top 5 running back in the NFL, and it's hard. Why do you think the Giants don't have a top 5 quarterback? Well, he also stinks. The Browns, he also stinks. The Falcons also stinks. And the Raiders, Derek Carr's not that bad. He's like 13, 14 overall on my list and LB's list. The fact of the matter is this. If you're top 5 in passing, you shouldn't be top 5 in rushing. But the Eagles do both so well. We got a top 5 quarterback, a top 5 receiver, and a top 5 running back. Saquon 1 for the Giants, Chubb 2 for the Browns, Sanders 3 for the Eagles, Cordell Patterson 4 for the Falcons, and Josh Jacobs 5th for the Raiders. But again, Allen and Diggs, that's a quarterback wide receiver combination. But Ryan's receiver is not on there. Herbert's receiver ain't on there. Who else? Who's the other one? Let's go back real quick. Let's go back. Goff's receiver ain't on there. And none of the running backs are on there. Chargers running back. Matter of fact, yeah, none of the running backs are on there because it's not easy to win multiple ways. These are passing teams. We are a legit passing team and a rushing team. So whatever you game plan for, we're just going to do the opposite. And this team loves each other. There's no divas. Sanders is not crying for the ball. Brown's not crying. Goddard, Smitty, Hurts. He'll either run it or throw it. He don't care. He's just trying to get to the end zone. You gotta love that. That's not easy to do through 4 weeks. Top 5 quarterback, wide receiver, and running back. And if it was easy, you would see the Chargers or the Lions or the Colts have a running back or wide receiver. They don't. The only person that got 2 is Allen. Allen's on there and Diggs is on there. But they don't got the running back on there. And none of these running backs got their quarterbacks on there. So you tell me who got the most fierce offense when it comes to what are we stopping? They got deadly wide receivers, tight ends, a guy who can throw it, a running back who can run it. Oh, and their depth is good. Hurts can run. Scott can run. Trey Sermon getting busy. And don't forget Kenny G, who's a playmaker. He got 2 touchdowns on the season. Week 5, no team we're going to sleep on. Jalen Hurts is preparing, so are the Eagles. But now it's time to talk about that matchup because the 5-5-5 deal, we the only one. And I want to continue that through the season. The most important things is W's, but continue that through the season. Now let's take a look real close at this matchup, right? Let's take a look at this matchup and the Eagles offense versus the Cardinals defense. We are second in overall offense. The Cardinals are 17th in overall defense. This is where we got to take advantage of them, right? So when you look at passing, if you look at passing, we're 8th. They're 22nd. That secondary can be exposed. Now, they do got speed back there. Buda Baker is the guy that floats around and tries to clean up any mistakes. But they ranked 22nd in the NFL for a reason. The first 3 weeks, they were not that good. I'm going to say this. Their defensive staffs definitely rose after playing Carolina and Baker Mayfield. They shut down the run big time. Christian McCaffrey only had 27 yards rushing. That's like 2.4 yards a carry. I forgot how many carries. I just looked up the stats. 27 yards for Christian McCaffrey. They shut him down. And they made Baker Mayfield look like Baker Mayfield. But throughout the entire of the season, 22nd when it comes to stopping the pass. Eagles are 5th in rushing, but we also are going against the top 5 run defense. Now, again, the way they stifled Carolina's run defense, they shot up. They were ranking like 11th, and they shot up to 5 because they really put the clamps on Christian McCaffrey. Now, do they fear our run game or our pass game? What are they going to game plan for? We'll see. Now, when we flip it over to the Eagles defense versus the Cardinals offense, we're 3rd overall defense. They're 14th overall offense. We are 8th at stopping the pass. They are 17th at passing. So they're below the middle of the field at passing. Kyler Murray has been struggling more as a passer. He's still dynamic as a runner, and we know what it is. Hopefully, we've been having a lot of scat drills with Jalen Hurts, extending the pocket, rolling out, doing this and that, training our defense to look for guys like Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, and Jalen Hurts. Hopefully, we've been doing that. But again, 17th passing the ball, that can change. It's still early in the season, but, I think without Hopkins and Marquise Brown being the only guy there after they lost Christian Kirk, they don't have as many weapons. And that's why I'm looking at what they do on the ground. They're 15th in rushing. It's not great, but Kyler Murray can be a key contributor to that run game this week if we don't hit our spots right. We got to play our spots right. No cheating, no guessing, because if Kyler sees a crease, he's going to run it for a first down. He'll extend a 3rd and 15, a 3rd and 10 to a first down. We are 9th against the run. So top 10 in run defense, top 10 in pass defense, and top 5 in overall defense. They are going to try to run on us because it's going to be a combination of Connor and Murray. So definitely slow that down. I believe that if we don't come to Arizona sleeping, we could walk away with a W. Now, they are down bad in Arizona. They lost 7 straight. That could mean they might win. But same with us. We lost a lot of games in Arizona. I think the last time we won there were in the early 2000s. So if they're going to break their streak, why can't we break our streak? The main thing is they're 2-2, we're 4-0. They got the chip on their shoulder. We the ones flying high. Stay right. Everybody, all 53 on the roster, including the coaching staffs, look at what they do. They are a better run-stopping team than a pass-stopping team. Use that to your advantage. We got a top 5 wide receiver. We got receivers that can step up at any day. You saw Devontae Smith against Washington. You saw Dallas Goedert versus the Vikings. And we got a top 5 passing team. Don't forget the mix and the run, but do what's working during that Sunday. Can't sleep on no team. Keep your mindset. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Of course, we will be live for the pregame Battlebirds podcast, giving you more breakdown for the game, score prediction, and top offensive defensive player. I'll be live during the game, and I'm going to hit up LB, Simone, and all them to see if we can do a post-game for this one, because I feel like 5-0, that'll be the 3rd time in franchise history we got to 5-0, and we need to get it done. Before we get out of here, I'm going to let y'all get a roots because it's all good luck.
Keep that roots going, baby! Roots on 3! 1, 2, 3, roots!
And I'm going to give you the good old flower song.
Flowers everywhere.
Help your boy out. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button if you're new, ding the bell, be part of notification gang, and check out the link in the description. Until next time, y'all know what time it is. We out.